Hey there, welcome back to Dexplorion. I'm Didi and I'm super excited to show you a fresh poster illustration. If you are new here on this channel, I create and guide you through the process of designing in Photoshop. We will explore different tools and discuss helpful tips and tricks, all aimed at enhancing your skills as a graphic designer. In today's session, we will be working on a dance poster using the pixel stretch effect, and we will also talk about some tools like Liquify, smart filters and many more. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's start by creating a new document and choosing our canvas size. I will go with poster A4 preset that I have saved to make things easier, but feel free to select any canvas size you prefer. Just click on create after making your choice. Now it's time to bring in the image featuring the main subject onto the canvas. If you want to use the same image, you can download it. Link will be given in the description. Otherwise, you can choose your image also. We need to remove the background, and for that I will be using the quick selection tool. Afterwards we will refine the hair areas in select and mask workspace. To save time, I won't explain the entire process in this video. If you are interested, you can check out this video where I have explained the background removal process in details. You will find the link in the I button above and in the description box below. And here we have our layer mask ready. Before moving on, let's rename the layer by double clicking on the title here and type subject. We'll make a duplicate of it by pressing Ctrl or Command J and turning off the visibility of the original layer. This is for our backup. Convert the other layer into a smart object. Let's resize it as per our need. And now we will start creating the pixel stretch effect. For that, select the subject layer and take the rectangular marquee tool and make a selection like this. Now on the keyboard, press Ctrl or Command J and it will make a new layer with the selected area. Again, press Ctrl or Command T to transform the new layer, and by holding this anchor point, simply drag to the edge of the canvas like this. We will be repeating this process until we cover the whole subject. Now select the subject layer and bring it above all the layers, and here we have our pixel stretch effect. Then we will select all these stretch layers we created and press Ctrl or Command E to merge them into one layer. We will convert this layer into a smart object and rename it as pixel stretch. We will now rotate the pixel stretch layer and align it like this. Make sure to align the top and bottom edges. Next, we will create a layer mask of the pixel stretch layer and make a selection of the subject by holding down the Ctrl or Command key and clicking on the icon of the subject layer. Then we take the brush tool, foreground color black. It will be a hard round brush and we will paint over these areas to hide behind the mask. But why isn't it hiding? Because we forget to invert the selection. Since we want to mask the areas outside our selection, we have to press Ctrl, Shift and I and then paint like this. Let's link these two layers and move on to the next step. We'll select the pixel stretch layer and then go to filter and click on Liquify. A new window will open. We'll adjust our brush size by clicking on the right and left second bracket keys, and we will simply drag like this to create the effect. Time and again click on the OK button to go back to the canvas to see that everything is going on as we desired. Here we need to work on these areas, and for that go to Liquify here and double click to open the Liquify window and continue the process. Repeat these steps till you are satisfied with the result. If you find some extra areas like this, just select the layer mask and select the brush tool, foreground color black. Hide these areas behind the mask. If you need, you can also unlink the layers and reposition it as well and continue working on it. Next, we are going to add a background, and for that click here, and this time we will be adding a gradient adjustment layer. Go to the layer and click and drag to bring it down below the subject layer. Double click on the icon to adjust the gradient. Click here and a new window will open, and click here to change the opacity first. Then we will click here to change the color. I'll be selecting a shade of teal. You can choose whatever you like. With this, we can control the location of the transition. You can change the angle from here. If you want, you can change the opacity of the pixel stretch layer also. We will rename this layer as background. We will be adding a shadow to the subject, and for that, go to the layer and double click on the blank area to open the layer style dialog box. Click on the drop shadow. Adjust the size. Then position. We can also position it like that. Adjust the opacity. We'll be adding another shadow, and for that go to the ellipse tool and draw an ellipse like that. Change the color to black. Strokes will be none. Then we go to the filter, then blur, and click on Gaussian blur. It will ask us to rasterize or convert it to a smart object. I will make it a smart object. And now we will adjust the amount of blur. Hit OK. When you are done, we can resize it also. We can also change the opacity. And now we are going to add in some text. For that, go to the text tool and click anywhere on the canvas. Type in the text. Back to the move tool. Adjust the font size. For this poster, I will be using font Bruno is SC. We'll find it in Google Fonts. I will also leave the link of the same in the description box in case you want to use it as well. Otherwise, you can use any font you like. Adjust the character spacing from here and position it like that. We'll make a copy of it by pressing Ctrl or Command J. Double click on it to open the layer style dialog box and click here on strokes. I will leave it at 5 and color will be white. If you want, you can change the color from here. Click on the blending options and bring down the fill opacity to 0 and hit OK. And now we will position it like that with the help of the arrow keys. Let's rename the layer as Dance Strokes. Now we'll convert both the text layers into a smart object. Then select the Dance Text layer and apply a layer mask, and then make a selection of the subject layer. Take the brush tool, foreground color as black. It will be a hard round brush and opacity and flow 100%. We'll paint like this. Repeat the same process with the dance stroke layer also. I will refine it a little bit more. Select the subject layer and add a layer mask to it. Go to the brush tool, foreground color black, and this time select a soft round brush and adjust the flow to around 20%. We will paint here to give a shadow-like effect. Let's complete the message, and for that click again on the text tool and type in our text. Bring it above the subject layer and edit it as you like. And lastly, let's add a drop shadow to the pixel stretch layer. And that's it for today's video on making a cool poster in Photoshop. I hope you had a great time watching the process and really liked the final design. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos like this. You can also find me on Pinterest and Instagram. Just click on the links in the description below. Stay tuned because I will be back soon with another amazing poster design. Until then, take care, goodbye, and keep letting your creativity flow.